All right, let's. How about a shout out to Kevin Garnett in Area 21? He's in there with Nate Robinson. And they're all night.
Oh, y'all pay him. He never here.
What it do? What's up?
Hey,
what's up, guys?
Well, I want to talk about what was going on in New York this week with Phil Jackson and the comments that got Maverick Carter upset, got LeBron James upset. The use of the word posse. What's your take?
You know, I like to say first off, I think the attention on this should be on what LeBron James has done for his friends. Now, we all know Phil Jackson to be very witty, very smart. So I look at this like he absolutely knew what he was saying, and I think he knew the repercussions of what he was saying and what the outcome would be at the end of the day. Shaq, you know him personally. You know he's not really calculated, feels kind of all over the place. But in this situation, I think he was very conscious of what he said, and I think it goes to show that, we all make mistakes and we all don't get it right. Although he's a great coach and has won countless championships, I think in this situation, he could have used better wording and could have been more progressive in the situation. I look at this also as putting not so much light on what Phil said, but for what LeBron James has created for his friends. And to me, that's the bigger message. The fact that he's creating opportunity, he's empowering his friends, he's giving them opportunity to be existence without him, all that, man. For me, that's the biggest message here. If you out here, Shaq, Kenny, Charles, we all been in the league a long time to see, a bunch of guys have crews, and I don't know in the time that I've been in the league, or I can count on probably one hand that I can see a lot of guys giving opportunity to their friends and them being able to be empowered by that. I know Shaq has empowered a bunch of his friends. I've met them. I know other friends, Sam Cassell, shout to Sam. So, in this situation, I look at it like, I expected Phil Jackson to be better and to take a higher road in this.
What do you think, Shaq?
Well, if you look at LeBron's crew, it's definitely not a posse or an entourage.
Right.
Maverick handles most of his business affairs. Rich is now an agent. He represents Ben Simmons. He's been an agent for a long time. Randy does security and does a lot of things. Right. Grew up together, four horsemen. They actually work. They get things done. Now, the stigma on some athletes are that there are hanger-oners and guys that are called posse or entourage. But I think Phil was wrong when he was trying to add that with LeBron James, because, LeBron is a guy that's never been in trouble. Right. Always played the game the right way, represented the NBA very well. And if you talk about his crew is definitely not a posse or entourage.
I agree. Yeah, Kevin, I think you hit it best, man, when you said we thought that Phil would be more progressive, in his talk. I think that's the word there, because there are certain people that are around you that are that enhance you or detain you. And everyone that we've seen from Maverick on down into their group has enhanced what LeBron has done. They have taken him places that other athletes have not gone before, especially now in like TV and film production. When you see LeBron they're taking him in places that we haven't seen. Today, they donate $2.5 million to Muhammad Ali. Right. So I think the progressive nature of his thing, they enhance, they don't detain. And so they would never be thought of when we see them or anyone else sees them as a posse, because they are the business element behind a multi-billion-dollar person. And that is a difference between a posse.
Right. I think that's the future, too.
LeBron James, to me, what he's accomplished as a player, as a man, has been incredible. He's been the face of the NBA from the day he was 18 years old coming to this NBA. Mm-hmm. We carried his first game. He has exceeded every expectation humanly possible. He's a wonderful man. He's an unbelievable player. The guys around him, he's never gotten in trouble. He's never gotten in trouble. The guys around him have never gotten into trouble. They are amazing at what they do. The people around him, they are amazing. I don't know him well, but they have done a fantastic job building his brand and making their own way.
Right.
So I just want to, I don't overreact. I don't think Phil was trying to be racist.
Yeah, it's like Magic. I mean, just let me interject what Magic Johnson said. You know, like you knows Phil very well. He says, I know Phil, he's a good man. I don't think he meant to disrespect LeBron and his team.
Yeah, and so like I say,
well, he was sending a message because he was saying basically that he needed special treatment.
Special content.
You know, he needed
Hey,
special treatment, and he was more sending the message that even a player like LeBron now in this era. So he was sending a message to LeBron, but he was not progressive. As my
Could have
man
used
Kevin.
a better choice of words.
A better choice of words, but like I said, what LeBron and his guys have accomplished is amazing. For that kid to come into this NBA at 18 there's no player in the history of the NBA has come in under the bright lights like LeBron. What him and his team have done is just flat out amazing. I wish Phil hadn't used the word posse, but kudos to LeBron and his guys, man. They have been nothing but a blessing to the NBA.
Hey, you know what we